You saw what happens in them bringing Jim Tomsula, a hand-picked guy by Jed York and Trent Baalke. You saw the reaction from the Niner faithful, and obviously Jed York's feelings were pretty hurt.
Yeah.
He saw those planes flying over his head. He saw all the tweets. He saw the posts on Facebook, on Instagram, everywhere. And
good.
Yeah, exactly. Good.
I think he kind of alluded to owning up to doing the wrong thing, but he won't admit to it being firing Jim Harbaugh. It's just, I admit that Jim Tomsula wasn't the right answer, that we didn't build up the way we should have. Yeah. He has these patsies, but he won't admit to it. I'm ready to move on now.
Are you listening?
I'm still basking in the glory of a victory, because I tell you, I know it didn't do our draft position any good, but out of 16 weeks, we got 5 purely times to smile. Do you know how tiresome? Yes, you know how tiresome it is to sit and watch other teams mop the stadium floor with our 49ers. I can't help it. I tell you, because honestly, and you may be the same way, I'm the kind of guy, if I played a ball game versus my mom, if I saw her about to trot into the end zone, I'm telling you right now, Mom is going down. It's just, I just can't stand it. So here we are back at square one, as we were at this same time last year. Nothing but high hopes for a team that needs to regroup. And regroup we will. It is an exciting time because now you go phase 1, we go looking for a coach, Sean Payton, heavy on everybody's wish list. And then that goes right into free agency period. I get excited just thinking about it already. And then free agency period goes into the mother of the offseason good time. We going back to home sweet home, Chicago, draft day time. You know how I'm sitting here clowning about the fact that we lost our draft pick? We went from number 5 to number 7 by winning that ball game. Here's the thing. Think about this for a minute. Maybe the number 5 pick was going to be a bust. We have number 7. It's good luck. The 7th pick is going to be the best pick of the entire draft because it belongs to us. You have to put a positive spin on these things. Appreciate it. You know what's going to really make me mad, though? If they pick up Joey Bosa at number 6 or at number 5, how foolish will I look? It's not going to happen. We will pick up our man. And, where was I? Sean Payton, possibly our coach. He's free agency, draft day. And then before you know it, here comes mini camp. Our ball players are in camp. They're getting ready. You can see the team forming. The nucleus is there. And you can see there's good reason to believe we will again win it. Yes. I know, huh? Ron, you said this last year. Shut up. Listen, one thing I want to mention, and you're still doing it. Don't talk to me about Chip Kelly. Stop it. Stop. No, don't ask me that again. Besides, we are going to win next year because of the fact that the Jedster came out with his State of the Empire, his annual State of the Empire address. Jeddy, I love you. Jed's washed his hands of all responsibility, giving it to Trent. You know what I want to do? Did you watch that? You did, right? Let's talk about that right now. Fam, the good times roll, as now we got no pressure on us anymore and we just talk and have a good time about the future. Introduce Rudy, what's up?
I'm doing well. How you doing, Ronbo?
Man, I'm doing all right now because as long as I have to worry about what's going to happen this Sunday, other than hopefully the Hawks lose. Rudy, you know what's so bad? Everybody says, 49er fans, you guys are pathetic. All you guys do is sit around now and start talking about who you want to see lose and who you want to lose. You start crying about we want to see the Hawks lose. Well, you're damn right. Hawks, hope you get your butt handed to you.
Exactly.
But Minnesota, I don't know, Rudy. But Rudy, what's on your mind, bro?
The whole coaching search is on my mind. I feel like the Niners have to go out and they have to be aggressive in this coaching search. They can't go out and get another dud. You saw what happens in them bringing Jim Tomsula, a hand-picked guy by Jed York and Trent Baalke, and you saw the reaction from the Niner faithful, and obviously Jed York's feelings were pretty hurt.
Yeah.
He saw those planes flying over his head. He saw all the tweets. He saw the post on Facebook, on Instagram, everywhere. And
good.
Yeah, exactly. Good. And so now they have to go out and they have to get the best candidate. And I believe the best candidate out there is Sean Payton. And I've been a strong believer in that was their plan all along. And I hope my intuition is right. And I believe that Sean Payton wants out of New Orleans, and he wants to come to California because his daughter is in school at Pepperdine.
I heard about that. She is here in California.
Yeah, and so he was looking at hopefully getting the Chargers job because his daughter studies in Malibu. And
I didn't hear about that. Sean was looking toward the Chargers, huh?
Well, because that's close to Malibu, where his daughter goes to school.
Yeah.
So the closest job now would be the Niners here in California.
Absolutely.
And that's a strong possibility that they make that happen. I hope they do. I hope they're aggressive, because if New Orleans is asking for a number 2 pick or a second round pick, give them the second round pick. Who are we going to pick up with the second round pick? We're going to pick up John Smith out of Cabrillo Community College that has a torn ACL, and we're going to have the red shirt.
How do you know this already?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just guessing. I do know.
You had me going there for it. You had me go. I thought he already knows the second round pick's going to be this dude from Cabrillo. You know what? I'm not shocked. But listen, here's the thing. You touch upon something that makes me worry. Because Jed York has already said, and this is about the Kaepernick situation, because it's all entangled, because everybody's wondering, there's this circular going around and the things that go on in between. You look at Jed, he's already said Trent has got carte blanche on whatever happens next. I have given him permission to make whatever choices he wants to make. They owe Colin Kaepernick a fortune if they don't give it to him by April 1st. Are they going to bring a coach in here that's going to say, yeah, I'd love to keep Colin Kaepernick? You think that's going to really happen?
I don't think that's the key factor in the coaching search. I think that they're really going to try and pursue a top-notch coach, and whether he wants Kaepernick or not, it's not going to matter. The thing is that the 49ers have the strong hand in the Kaepernick situation, because they have the team-friendly contract where they can cut him. As long as they cut him before April 1st and he's not hurt, they can cut him at any time. So if let's say they do hire Sean Payton, if Sean Payton gives a green light and says, I can make him into a Pro Bowl quarterback, of course they're going to keep him. Okay? Yeah. You know how happy the fan base would be if Kaepernick is still around in 2016? Now,
and he looks anything like he used to? Absolutely.
2012 Kaepernick. 2013. I'll take 2013 Kaepernick.
Wasn't bad in 2013. Just made a mistake.
He was all right.
He was still aggressive. Still doing the flex. We haven't seen Cap flex in how long? 2 years?
A long time. Long time. Maybe San Diego, that last game that they lost at Levi's when Harbaugh was still coaching. That was, I think, he had like the 91-yard run.
Had to flex.
Yeah, he had to flex, of course. Yeah, but I don't think it's contingent on Kaepernick being here or not. I think, like I said, they have a strong hand, and if the coach comes in and wants to keep him, I think they will. And if the coach says, "Hey, I can't do anything with him," then he's gone.
Rudy, you know what I worry about in these kind of situations? So, because we get like it seems like there's always covert activities going on within these organizations. We get to hear about what they want us to hear about.
Of course.
They said this and they said that, and in the meantime, behind the closed doors, the new coach comes in and says, "Listen, we do have some plans in place that we'd like to know if you'd like to make any comment on." And the guy says the wrong thing, but he says, well, what I'd like to do is I'd like to keep Colin Kaepernick, or I would not like to keep Colin Kaepernick. So we're going to go ahead and you come in and we'll make it look as if Cap is not your choice, or we'll make it look as if it is his choice. Right. See, I keep wondering, who's telling the truth here? Because they're all like politicians, you know?
Of course. That's the correct word. That's the correct term, politicians. Yeah. And I think that Jed York touched on that yesterday in his press conference. He said, we do not want to tip our hats. Yeah. And that's just on the coaching search. What else do they not want to tip their hats on? Yeah. We don't know that. Now, I feel deceived because they said they had fired Parag Marathe.
Right.
Or they had reassigned him. And then now all of a sudden we hear in the press conference yesterday, oh no, Parag Marathe will still be working on contracts and salary cap. Well, wait a minute. That was his exact job before. So did he get fired or not? Once again, we're being duped. And I think Brian Murphy...
Lip service again, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Brian Murphy, hit the nail right on the head yesterday. He's always asking the tough questions, and he called Jed York out on, did we build Levi Stadium on the back of Harbaugh's wins? And oh shoot, are we there?
No, we're still good. Okay, you're back.
Okay, we built Levi Stadium on the back of Harbaugh's wins, and took the money for the licensing fees.
Yeah.
And now they don't care about the money. They don't care about the team. The Niners are, a whole different operation now. They don't care. The money's coming in. Levi Stadium is selling out for other events besides the Niners.
Oh, exactly.
They have Taylor Swift. They have Taylor Swift coming in. They have One Direction coming in. And you know who keeps that money? That's the Yorks. That's their team. Candlestick was not their park. Levi Stadium is their park. They own that ballpark.
See.
So
who gets the shaft in all this? You know what? That's why I said, and that's why Jed came out and made that speech that, deflect, dismiss, redirect. That's all he ever does in those conferences. It was a waste of time anyway. I knew he was going to do that.
Yeah,
but this is what I say. One other thing before you go. We got all kinds of draft picks. And you know how Trent comes in, everybody says, I like this guy, I like this guy, I like this guy. Everybody's talking about Bosa. Everybody's talking about golf. And Trent's listen to all this. I know he hears this. And then he'll go the opposite direction. Who do you think Trent's going to pull in as a first-round draft pick? Because this is an intriguing question to me. Who is going to be our first-round? And we dropped from 5 to 7. Who could he possibly be pulling?
I don't know. I'd like to say Goff. I want to see Goff in there. However, will he do that? Probably not. I said earlier, he'll probably
impossible unless we're in the first 3 or 4 picks. Goff's not going to be there. You got a contingency plan because Goff's not going to be available.
There's one team that needs a quarterback, and I forget who. It might be the Dallas Cowboys.
Absolutely,
they need a quarterback.
The Dallas Cowboys.
And they might go with that kid Lynch out of what is it? It's not TCU.
I know. Paxton Lynch. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. They might go with him, and if they pick him, then that leaves Goff available to the next team that needs a quarterback, which would be us.
But wait a minute. Also, Cleveland is not about to rest their future hopes on Johnny Manziel. So what I'm thinking is Manziel's going to end up in Dallas. Dallas is going to trade back. They're going to make some deals here. Manziel goes to Texas. Then somebody else. That's 2 quarterbacks going. I don't know what, because Bosa's got to be in there with the top 4. Tennessee has already said, we are taking Bosa, guys. Stop even talking about him. Now, the other teams other than that, man, I can't imagine what they're going to take. So there you go. It's a drama, bro.
Yeah, no, I feel like if Goff is gone, then I think don't be surprised if Baalke trades back again and acquires some more picks.
That's what he does.
That's his MO. That's what he does every
year. Time to hollow it out of here, man.
All right.
You mean 3, 2, 1.
Niners!
Oh, I love that. So it's the spirit of the red and gold. Niner fam, hello. And as I was just telling Ruth, who's coming out of the Washington area, yes, Hawks place. Well, she's surrounded by Hawks. I'll ask you more about that in a second too, but here's the funny thing about it. Now, Ruth, week after week, our Sundays, half the day does not have to be spent depressed. As the season is now over and we can get excited about the new and wonderful things to come. How do you feel about that?
Yes. I'm super excited, and I'm done watching the stupid Seahawks fans come around Blue Fridays and making fun of my team. I'm done with that.
Ruth, I've heard about Blue Friday. There's been articles about that. There's bullying going on in the schools. There's all kinds of things. What is Blue Friday about? Is there any legislation taking place to stop picking on 49er fans? What is up with that? Somebody said a note on Instagram a while back. I was livid reading that. Just explain a little bit about Blue Friday.
Oh, okay. Even at my daughter, who's in 1st grade, at her school, they're doing Blue Friday. And they have a rally, and it's done by a Seahawk fan, of course. And they all get to dress. They can have spirit in their own team, but they don't encourage it. They call it Blue Friday. They have the rally, and you're kind of made fun of if you're not a Seahawks fan. And on top of that, they give them Seahawks to color and 12 fan coloring pages. Yeah, they're brainwashing my kids. Sick of it.
Whoa, that is so sick. And we haven't got anything like that going on in San Francisco. Hawks fans, oh, we're going to get you for that. Ruth, I'm telling you, here's the thing. Now, Jed York has finally spoke after his year of silence. He comes out, the man has become a master of redirect, deflect, dismiss. He did it again. And the thing is, after a year of avoiding the question of, Jed, what about last year? Are you ready to admit that you made a mistake in firing Jim Harbaugh and hiring Jimmy Tomsula. Here's my question, though. Should Jed actually acknowledge this question, or is it time that we just moved on? Is Jed right and just don't bother me with this? Or should he actually put this to bed? What is your feeling on that?
I think he kind of alluded to owning up to doing the wrong thing, but he won't admit to it being firing Jim Harbaugh. It's just, I admit that Jim Tomsula wasn't the right answer, that we didn't build up the way we should have.
Yeah.
You know, he has these patsies, but he won't admit to it. I'm ready to move on now. I am so done with him. He did what we want him to do in a way. He acknowledged our banners. He acknowledged the criticism, social media, everything that we've been throwing at him. And he didn't make fun of it, and he didn't pass it off. I was impressed by that part.
And you know that since Jed has dismissed all responsibility to his man-at-arms, Trent Baalke is now on the hot seat. Being that Jed has done what he's done, and he's done that because the fact is he doesn't know enough about football. He already admitted that. Are we in good hands? Because like you look at Jerry Jones, he's the opposite end of the spectrum. Jerry Jones thinks he knows all there is to know about football, and he's a constant bother to Dallas Cowboys fans. He's ruined teams down through the years, whereas Jed knows little to nothing about football. He gets up early in the morning to call his uncle, and his uncle can only tell him things like, "You've got to learn this on your own." Are we at a disadvantage with that kind of an owner?
Well, I think with him, I just really can't imagine him actually getting a hold of Eddie and Eddie wanting to talk to him. I don't think they have a good relationship, but I don't think we're in good hands in that part. But look at Paul Allen. He owns the Seahawks. I don't even want to mention the Seahawks, but he's interested in them and he's a businessman. That's really all you need. And he lets the coaches do what the coaches are supposed to do. He picks someone he trusted to get the right coaches and they build them up. And I don't even know who the Packers coach is. The owner is. I really love what they do. I love what they do because all their players, they're not even big stars when they get there. They build them up.
True.
Same with the Seahawks. All we have to do is work with the talent that we have, which we've seen them really excel, and just get the right coaches in there. So I'm hoping that Trent is one of those we can trust.
Yeah. I hadn't thought about that.
I don't know.
The Trent Baalke athlete machine. That's a good point. Because not all, and Belichick has got to be the master of that. So, yeah, maybe, could be. This could be the right move. And will we praise Jed after the next season? Because I'm expecting big things. In fact, with that said, Trent's got an endless budget. He's got a huge pool of funding right now. I'm
excited for that.
Isn't that wonderful? He's got draft picks he can use. Who do you think he's going to pick up for this season? This is $1 million question. Have you got any ideas on that yet?
Honestly, no. I was surprised when he said he had a short list. Why would he admit to that? I'm not sure, but if he is knocking on their door, he should be right now, at least expressing interest. And why haven't we heard that as far as rumors go? We hear rumors, and they're usually right. About Jim Harbaugh, we heard the rumors. We knew it was going to happen, and it did. So is that going to happen again? I'm not hearing any rumors of anybody. Nobody's saying 49ers have expressed an interest. Instead, it's Mike Shanahan, Mike Holmgren, all the Mikes have expressed an interest in us. Well, what's going out? I need the feelers. But I would like them to at least try for Adam Gase again. I know that sounds, I don't know, that's a little far-fetched.
Yeah.
I think he's already taken and he's excited at where he's at. But he might do it. It's an exciting team that we have, and if they're willing to work with Jed, I think they should go for the Bengals. Is it the OC?
The Bengals?
Hugh?
That's Hugh Jackson.
Yeah,
I believe.
I'm thinking that would be a nice move for them to make.
Trent likes him too.
But they have to wait. Right. Yeah. So they'd have to wait on that one. But Sean Payton, I don't know. I don't know if I don't want to give up any draft picks for him.
Yeah, remember
he would be a good guy.
Ruth, do you remember Sean is the guy who ordered the assassinations, offering bounties?
Yes.
Nobody's worried about that. Nobody's talking about that.
Well, you know what? Well, remember we had a lot of hard hitters before the LOB took over and started to act like they're the hard hitters. And the Saints have done it. But as far as actual bounties, That's something that he wants to just put under the rug, and I would be willing to forgive him on that one. I don't know if he really had something to do with it, though.
Yeah, I know it wasn't
I think he
solidly
knew.
proven, but there were some
He
people.
at least knew what was.
Yeah, because there were fines issued, but I don't remember. And Sean, like every big time boss in that situation, escaped under the auspices of well, we can't prove anything. So, oh well. We will see. And as I know, this year we are going to have an exciting year. And this is the best part of the season because anticipation is everything. As we build this team back up from the dust and we rise like a phoenix to destroy the NFL. I can't wait. The days ahead are going to be just so much fun. So I'm looking forward to that.
I know. I am too. Pass to the draft, get the draft going even after that. And the coaches, finding out who the coaches are, practice, everything. Very excited. Jed could have told us to just eat it, and we would have still been excited because season's over. He can't take away the pain, but we have the future to look forward to.
Oh, this is going to be great. You know about the exit on this particular thing. We have to have you scream. Ruth, let me count you down. 3, 2, 1.
49ers!
She's got it. She's got it. She has got it. Thank you, Ruth. Rudy, so nice to meet you, fam. By the way, the meetings will not stop. The weekly meetings will continue, in fact, and rage even more going into the offseason. Why? Because the drama's going to be going nuts between now and next season anyway. We need to hit upon it. This is going to be subject matter all the time. I've given it another name, too. We went from fan gatherings to Niner Empire Weekly, okay? We come to bed like a community meeting and talk about what's going on with the 49ers. Just go to Facebook, Ronbo Sports fan page, and you'll see all the instructions you need to join the conversation, as well as the subject matter of the week. I got notes already for this week. All right, let's give out the grades, all right, for this season. 2015 grades, coaches, all right? And too bad Jimmy Tomsula's gone. Well, you know what? Let's give Jimmy Tomsula grades anyway. I'd like to know how you feel about Jimmy T. He's been fired, yes, but was it right? Was it justified? No, I know what you're thinking. Come on, man, you know it was. Okay, but we can still give him grades, all right? Also, the offense. Who were your offensive standouts? Who sucked and disappointed you the most? This is all on offense. Who was your offensive MVP? Defense, we'll move right to that. Who were the defensive standouts? Your defensive flops? Your defensive MVP? Who do you absolutely want off of this team? Corey Lemonier! And who can we absolutely not do without? Lamar Bowman? Of course, who do you want to coach the 49ers and why? Let us meet up this Sunday, right after the Vikings and Hawks game. And can you imagine the joy if the Hawks blow it and lose? The Vikings going to be freezing cold, I understand, in Minnesota this weekend. And we may be in just a splendid mood to talk about all these things. Hopefully, I'll see you Sunday. Remember, Saturday, check out Facebook, Ronbo Sports fan page. I'll leave the topic for discussion there, along with instructions on how you can join the conversation. Let's get together Sunday after the game with the Vikings, all right? Please, like if you do, share and subscribe so you know when I come back and I'm looking for you. See you Sunday.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never get me sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.